Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of On the Glass. I am your host, Brandon Abels. Today is our official sixth episode of On the Glass. Yesterday's episode did not count. It was kind of a special episode where I went on a rant against Jaguars management and Jaguars ownership. So today is the official sixth episode of On the Glass, and today we are going to talk about the University of Kentucky basketball game coming up today, and also the University of Louisville basketball game that's also coming up today. And by today, I mean Saturdays. I'm assuming this will be posted on Saturday. We'll get things started in the SEC, where the University of Kentucky goes to the Arkansas Razorbacks. Arkansas is actually opening this one up as a 1.5-point favorite. Kind of shocking to me. Kentucky is the ranked basketball team, being in the top 10. Arkansas, however, is a sneakily good basketball team, guys. You should not be sleeping on the Razorbacks. They have 2 losses on the season. One is in conference to LSU, which is a respectable loss, and the other one at the time seemed like a huge upset, and even so now, it is kind of an upset now that Bassey's gone, but the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers went to Fayetteville and upset the Razorbacks at home. That is the only 2 losses for the Arkansas Razorbacks. 2 very respectable losses. They will not hurt the Razorbacks moving forward in NCAA tournament seeding if they get that far. But Arkansas is opening as a 1.5-point favorite tomorrow against Kentucky. Kentucky is coming off that buzzer beater loss to South Carolina. Kind of heartbreaking. Kentucky was winning most of the game. South Carolina made that epic comeback. Kentucky tied it up with 4 seconds to go. And then South Carolina inbounds the ball, gets a last-second shot off, 3 at the buzzer, banks in, game over, South Carolina wins. On the flip side of that coin, Arkansas is coming off a 20-point win against Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt basketball, what can you say? Vanderbilt athletics in general, what can you say? But Kentucky is coming off a loss, Arkansas a win. As far as the statistics in this go, UK is averaging 75 points a game. Arkansas closely behind at 74.6 points per game. These 2 teams, if you go and look at the statistics on the ESPN app, are very closely matched together, guys. It's pretty even across the board. The big discrepancy is UK is averaging +5 on the boards over in Arkansas, and I think that's mainly just a size thing. I mean, Kentucky is pretty big with E.J. Montgomery and Nick Richards down there. Richards, even though I hate to say it, is a pretty good big man down there. He makes some things happen. He kind of abused Stephen Enoch and Malik Williams at the battle for the Bluegrass. So you got to give Nick Richards a lot of credit. He is a good big man down there. So that is your big discrepancy. UK is +5 on the boards down there. How is UK going to be able to win this game? There is one key to this game for Kentucky. They have to be able to stop Mason Jones for Arkansas. Mason Jones is a point guard for Arkansas, and he's a little bit of a do-everything kind of guy. Mason's averaging 18 points, 6 rebounds, and 3.6 assists per game, and he's shooting from the free throw line at an astonishingly high clip at 91.2%. So, it looks like, to me, what you should do if you're John Calipari and the UK coaching staff is you should put Ashton Hagans on this kid and have Hagans lock him up, defend him, see what happens, and make somebody else other than this kid beat you. Put your backside on some people, get them off the glass, use your size and your length to your advantage, and just hope that you're shooting pretty good that day. Kentucky, since about the middle of December, has started being able to shoot the ball a lot better than they were at the beginning of the season. So hopefully that continues down in Arkansas. If Kentucky shoots the ball, you're not going to stop this kid, but if you kind of slow him down just a little bit, you should be able to at least be competitive in this game. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and take Arkansas in the upset in this one. And I don't think it's really much of an upset. Down there in Arkansas, it's a home court advantage. It's a good home court advantage. And I like Arkansas's team. We'll see what they do, but I'm taking Arkansas in this game to beat Kentucky, and it'll be Kentucky's second loss in a row. If I'm wrong, I'm sure I'll hear it from you, BBN, but I'm taking Arkansas in this game. The UK and Arkansas game is at 4 o'clock on ESPN. As soon as that game's over, we go to the Louisville Cardinals, going to Cameron Indoor Stadium and facing the Duke Blue Devils. That'll be at 6 o'clock, and Duke is opening this game as a 7-point favorite. I'm not surprised there at all. Duke is definitely the better basketball team, in my opinion, coming into this game. Now, interesting thing here is Louisville's been on a little bit of a roll lately. They are going to be coming off a overtime win at Pitt, and Duke is coming off that astonishing loss at Clemson just the other night. So, kind of a worst-case scenario for Louisville, in my opinion. You don't want a team like Duke coming off a loss, much like Kentucky was when we played them back in December. You don't want a team like Duke coming off a loss, giving them extra motivation to come out there and play hard, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Duke, to be the proud program that it is, fans everywhere. They play in a 9,000-seat arena, guys, and that place is going to be packed to the brim, much like it is every single game, and it's a heck of a home court advantage for them. Duke is averaging 83.1 points per game, while Louisville is only averaging 74.6, so that's quite a big point difference there anyway, and that is actually going to cover the spread for Louisville, but I don't see that happening. We'll get to that in just a second. And Louisville gives up 61.6 per game, and with the pack line defense, that's a pretty good pace, and Duke gives up 63.3 points per game, so they can play defense down there as well. So, keys to victory in this game. I think that the guard play is going to have to be exceptionally well, and I don't think we are capable of that. Louisville's been turning the ball over quite a bit these last few games and all season, really. They're averaging about 12 or 13 turnovers per game and not that many assists, so they're pretty bad in the assist-to-turnover ratio. The big men. I discussed this with a friend of mine on Facebook. The big men on this team are soft. Very, very soft. Most of the time, you watch this game tomorrow, if Enoch or Williams has somebody on their back, the defender will be situated so that they will have to spin baseline, just giving them baseline every time. And instead, both Enoch and Williams will spin middle when it's not open and shoot little hook shots, little fadeaway jumpers, whatever the case may be. Instead of taking the ball, power dribble, drop step, going up at the rim, they're shooting 5 to 7, 5 to 10 footers every time. They're too soft. They've got to toughen up down there, and we need a big man besides Dwayne Sutton to decide that they're going to rebound the basketball. I don't think that's going to be the case tomorrow. As I said, Cameron Indoor Stadium is one of the toughest places to play in college basketball. I think it's going to overwhelm Jordan Nwora. We know that when it's a big game, Jordan Nwora don't show up. It's not going to be bigger than this tomorrow for Jordan. I expect him to have 10 to 12 points and then have to rely on somebody else to get hot. I don't think they will. I think this environment will rattle them, and I'm going to go ahead and take the Duke Blue Devils in this one. So UK fans, you can't be too mad at me because I took Arkansas, but I also picked against my own Cardinals, so we're even tonight. I don't expect either of our teams to win. I think it's going to be an ugly weekend as far as that goes. Hope I'm wrong. Hope they can both pull out a win, but I don't see it happening. As always, I would like to remind you about my friends at Shady Rays. If you are in the market for a new pair of sunglasses, then go ahead and go to shadyrays.com and tell them that the Big Ticket sent you. Best thing about Shady Rays, if you lose your pair, if you break your pair, if you're swimming in the Atlantic Ocean like Christina was and they go missing, all you got to do is hit up shadyrays.com, hit up Shady Rays on Facebook, tell them what happened, pay for shipping, they get you a new pair right out to you. You won't find a better deal than that. shadyrays.com. If you want to get in contact with me, way to do that, comment on these videos down below. If you want to send me an email, it's ontheglass34@gmail.com, ontheglass34@gmail.com. Questions, comments, concerns, anything that you would like for me to talk about in upcoming episodes of On the Glass, ontheglass34@gmail.com. As always, be sure to like these videos. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. It's right down there. Just hit the big red subscribe button. We got six subscribers already. We're getting likes on these videos. We're getting views on these videos. It's going extremely well so far, in my opinion, to be a month into this thing. I'm very happy, but let's keep getting this thing bigger and better. So like, subscribe, share, and be on the lookout tomorrow or Sunday for the next episode of On the Glass, where we will be previewing the championship games in the NFL. We're going to have the Chiefs and the Titans, Packers and 49ers. We're going to preview all that. We're going to break it down stat by stat, see who we're going to have as the winner, and we'll see you next time on the Glass.